Lesson 13, Test. Find a synonym for each bold word. Then fill in the circle next to your answer. 1. Patrick is oblivious to danger. A. Reckless. B. Unaware. C. Accustomed. D. Drawn. Number 2. We are rapidly depleting our oil resources. A. Renewing. B. Converting. C. Consuming. D. Exploiting. Number 3. The Galvez family adapted to the hotter climate. A. Immigrated. B. Protested. C. Submitted. D. Adjusted. Number 4. Mr. Lyons has a hesitant gait. A. Manner. B. Commitment. C. Walk. D. Speech. Number 5. This computer is outmoded. A. Fast. B. Out of date. C. Sluggish. D. Extravagant. Number 6. The exhibit shows the beaver's habitat. A. Environment. B. Appearance. C. Practices. D. Life. Number 7. How will they transport the statue? A. Raise. B. Move. C. Construct. D. Carve. Number 8. There was a glaring error in the problem. A. Deliberate. B. Obscure. C. Upsetting. D. Obvious. Find an antonym for each bold word. Then fill in the circle next to your answer. Number 9. Just the thought of the hike filled me with fatigue. A. Boredom. B. Reluctance. C. Energy. D. Pleasure. Number 10. The Khans are a prominence family. A. Frugal. B. Unknown. C. Grudging. D. Wealthy. Number 11. Firefighters go through rigorous training. A. Easy. B. Brief. C. Mental. D. Fanciful. Number 12. The two girls glared at one another. A. Nodded. B. Piqued. C. Frowned. D. Grinned. Number 13. This play is an adaptation. A. Failure. B. Original. C. Translation. D. Sensation. Number 14. The hot winds seared the plains. A. Dried. B. Stilled. C. Soaked. D. Battered. Number 15. A 5-day concert did not quench David's thirst for music. A. Extinguish. B. Decrease. C. Conquer. Or D. Revive. Choose the best way to complete each sentence or answer each question. Then fill in the circle next to your answer. 16. What might produce oblivion? A. A hit song. B. A cloud passing over the sun. C. Sleep. D. A stalled car in the road. Number 17. To do something with rigor is to do it A. In a straightforward way. B. Painstakingly. C. Cautiously. D. Strictly. 18. Which of these is glaring? A. A muddy lawn. B. Sun shining on ice. C. A dim faraway star. D. A messy desktop. 19. The curved handlebars are the bike's most prominent feature. Prominent means A. Easily seen. B. Expensive. C. Popular. D. Requested. 20. Aaron got a glare from Melissa when he A. Congratulated her on her test score. B. Took her to a party. C. Lent her his pen. D. Nearly knocked her over. 21. To be efficient at work is to A. Chat a lot with your coworkers. B. Show up on time every day. C. Take charge of a meeting. D. Do your job without wasting time. 22. What might fatigue someone? A. Treating a wound. B. Digging up ground for a garden. C. Ordering from a large menu. D. Paying an overdue bill. 23. To sear a pork chop is to A. Boil it. B. Bake it in the oven. C. Chop it into chunks. D. Quickly burn both sides. 24. When might someone encounter rigors? A. During an art class. B. While putting together a jigsaw puzzle. C. While exploring the South Pole. D. During a visit to a museum. 25. When you arrange for the transport of something, you arrange its A. Repair. B. Preparation to serve a different purpose. C. Change into a entirely new form. D. Move from one place to another. 26. Which of the following best describes a glare? A. A blinking light. B. A twinkle. C. A shrouded light. D. A harsh, brilliant light. 27. Which of the following can be seen wending? A river, A, a meadow, B, a river, C, a small town, D, a soft drink machine. 28. Victor's adaptation to the new culture was quick. This means that he A, soon came to dislike it, B, quickly understood it, C, quickly got used to living in it, D, soon changed it to meet his needs. 29. Which of the following is prominent? A popular book, B, a storm coming your way, C, a strong commitment, D, the only tall building in town. 30. The best protection against something that glares is A, an alarm, B, dark sunglasses, C, rubber boots, D, a long stick. 31. Their music lessons were rigorous. Rigorous means A, beneficial, C, constant, D, thorough, D, unique. 32. How could someone adapt a bike for a child? A, by sending it through a shipping company, B, by giving it as a birthday gift, C, by lowering the seat, D, by buying it used. 33. What would best quench your thirst? A, cold water, B, hot chocolate, C, a salty pretzel, D, a slice of watermelon. This concludes our Wordly Wise Lesson 13 test. Please go back and complete any questions that you may have skipped and re-listen to any questions that you may have missed.